when we talk about addictions, it often relates to something very negative, have this really negative meaning on it. But it don't have to necessarily always have to be something bad. We all have our own needs in life, and if you are need for something, that don't necessarily mean that it is something negative. I myself judge myself a lot on my younger years because I like to play a lot of video games, and it often labeled by others and later by me too as some kind of addiction. And of course it can be it if it is controlling your life completely, or most of it, or taking space too much from everything else meaningful in your life. But there were different phases in my life, and it wouldn't always be like that. And we as humans, we change a lot, and our behavior, interests also change. And I had to understand that it is just natural part of me to, as some kind of hobby or way of spending time and enjoying this life, to play video games. And it is not as it is necessarily something bad. Only if I do it too much or let it control of me too much, then it can be something negative, and then it can fulfill the requirements of how we tend to create meaning of that addiction word to it. But truly we shouldn't always be so judgmental when we are talking about our interests. We all have the right to be happy and do things that we like to do. And there shouldn't be always something wrong with that. We have to learn to differentiate alone when it is unhealthy and when it's normal. But it is very hard when you once have labeled it as something really bad or really good. And then it changes, and your way of seeing have to also change. But we should be truly embracing more about who we are and not seeing so negatively everything. We should be allowed to be who we are and all of that we are, and defending that our own individuality and uniqueness, and also defending that from the outside voices, and don't let these other opinions, voices and words create a lasting meaning for us. The last word should always come from us alone, ourselves. And you should always know yourself the best. Too often we are so harsh to ourselves and to others and look at things so black and whitely when things are not always like that. Accept who you are and get to know yourself the best, most. You shouldn't always judge and make so definite decisions about who we are and what we are, and we should give more time and space for before we decide anything about anything. We have to learn to differentiate having need for something and having too excessive need for something, doing too much something when it is unhealthy and not beneficial to you anymore. That is the space and situation that we try to reach, should reach. But truly hope that we can all be more open and treat ourselves and others also more fairly. And instead of being so judgmental, trying to understand and try to find that solution for things. And also giving grace and understanding that if somebody have some kind of interests, they can be good also in so many ways, and it don't have to be always something bad. But once again, I truly hope that you can take something with you today after this message, and hope you all the best as always. And if you're interested about personal coaching in some kind of area, be free to check out the description box below. Hope you all the best as always, and always take care. Thank you.